Hello, everyone. I am Jade Hickey from the Belladonna Collaborative in Brooklyn, New York. Thank you, Tracy, Ghazal, Vince, and Munir for all your tremendous effort and spirit in organizing this event. I also want to thank everyone hosting, reading, and listening for creating this space of solidarity with Palestine and for life and liberation for all peoples now and onwards. I am very grateful to present our first reader, Palestinian American poet Emily Khilfeh, who will begin with a live reading followed by recordings from Carla Harryman, Cait O'Kane, Mia Yu, and LaTasha N. Nevada Dix.
Hi, thank you so much, Jade. All right, here's my first poem. It's the only one I've been able to write after everything that's been happening. My little cousin mishears my name, calls me Aini. We can't talk about it because we talk about it all the time. I'm stunned with grief, dazzled and spun-wheeled. The human eye has 6 layers, thin as gauze, each miraculous. Luna, cornea, carrot, and gold, names that outlive empire. I want to slip fireflies beneath my tongue so I can have beauty every time I speak. So many divine wrinkles of the world, wild plums and grapes, pigeon coops, school children's desks, wallpaper, and rust red eggs, onion blades. What's a border but a thin film to bite into? What's a word to an eye but a little kiss of meaning? I trace my name to the coast known for oranges. See the cancer patients and the oncologists, the mothers and poets, the cornea surgeries, the splendor and beauty. What else is there to say? Watch the knife kiss tomato, salt in a little wound. Watch the journalist kiss his child's hair. This is the only true scripture of my eye. This is my only name. All right, here's my next poem. Al-Azariya. What the Romans failed to understand. It's not enough to be dead. God plucked me like a string and sheared the melody. Your miracle, your very own mechanical Turk. First egg, then sphere, then hen. Poor empty hen. When I emerged like a whisper, the whole world strained to listen. God claimed my land the way a pilot claims his crash site. No, it's not enough to be dead. My olive blood, my shortwave radio, my tomb, I'm all bruised with holiness. Your want, a thumbprint in my pear flesh. I admit it. I love that I deny you. An apricot harvest with no apricots. My dimpled flesh soiled and rotted. See here, my burial clothes, my headcloth, my pitless eyes. You can dress up in my effigy, but you'll only ever be my ghost. I love that what you steal still belongs to me. Even your shovel thirsts for my grave. Thank you.
I am Carla Harryman, adding my voice to the global multitude's voice demanding a ceasefire in Gaza. From a hotel room in Glasgow, Scotland, I am recording a prose poem from my book Baby. Nameless babies in Gaza have been much on the news in the hotel lobby. In her intact house, in a complicit part of the world, a baby encounters something to decry. The open box. Baby, in another era, was running from room to room, with her arm thrust out and her finger bent in a peculiar position. She was making a splattering, buzzing sound, a black fly in the form of Baby that ran splat right into the television set perched on a little stool, a stool Baby had used only yesterday. "What's that?" asked Baby, pointing at the TV screen. The tiger was there, ready to whisper in her ear, "It's a dungeon full of dirt." "Oh, Zizi," said Baby in wonderment, pulling at the knobs. Tiger realized too late Baby liked dungeons full of dirt, especially when description poured spontaneously out of Tiger's mouth. Baby loved the mouth of the tiger, especially its sweaty lips. So the TV, it was black and white, went pop on. Baby sat down on the floor with her entire hand in her mouth sucking on the hand, 4 and 5 fingers, in and out, while nutty adults in miniature did all sorts of things, talking in odd theatrical voices as if they were talking to air and air could listen. The air has huge ears, thought Baby. She looked around all about her, but could only feel the air brushing lightly against her cheeks in the interstitial world between now and then. In the meantime, the jackpot hobnobbing of the nitwits and sad sacks on television had vanished. In front of her was an emaciated child with huge ribs and a terrible, listless look that frowned on Baby's chubby face. Baby fearlessly batted at the TV screen. The baby's in the box. The baby's in the box. The baby's in the box. The box. Open the box now.
I accuse myself of following crime.
Bomb sodding, Western hearts enlarge with pride and proteins. Shoot up at the voting booth, land of the jacked up, jacking off from censored to shining censored. One war opens, another closes. All lovers are doomed in a world fallen like prophets, fallen like stock. I never could invest in death, keep my near-negated balance. Levels you out, said the Surgeon General, preparing to strike. Christ breaking bread against kaboom. Judas suiciding into bang, 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 bang. Silver well spent. Brother, can you spare some naloxone? Brother, can you spare some ad space? Behold, a guru's face between helicopter blades. Golden parachutes failing to open. We prayed for the wrong kind of rain. A bladed missile, a lie delineated. Dead air, raids and deals, loans and labels. Bedlam, mad science. Assimilation, limits, searing limbs. A devil bearing down on our unwell city. Lucre eaten, laureled and alert. The earner's right of progress. Rationed bodies under the end to cruel tin legacies. Our infected royal wound, suppurating commerce. A feathered X laundering premium breath, heralding entrance to emerald death camps, a great place for the entire market. Lifetime subscript ions, laughing our guts out. Wings and figures, billing codes, ragged cursors incite spectators to scream their teeth bloody blue. A little bird told me, whoever's in charge is in charge. Whoever's in charge is in charge. Slumped mouths vomit nano showers. Request permission to bury the dead, sir. indebted, ground down and grounded like any crashing plane, smothered by scaffolds, cladding choked. No added value, glass and iron, asset management, say a novena, carry a cross. A prayer is a deal, counting losses, a bargain, a steal. Asset management, people just disappear.
I'm Mia Yu, and I'm going to begin by reading a poem by the Palestinian poet Esma Izeza, and it was translated from the Arabic by Mariam Hijawi. The poem is called I Am But One Word. Look, Father, language is a lavish bed, and I slipped out of life's vagina onto an old step. So in which language do I lament your death? For 12 whole years, El Kansa stood at the school gate. I gibbered after her like a parrot with no tongue, and every time tears welled up in her eyes, creatures with hardened skins would walk across the desert of my eyes. My mother cuts the mulberry tree every time it grows, so its roots don't split the wall. Which language can split my sadness over you? I picked the words off the tree's memory of its long-gone limbs. I plowed language from the meadow's fantasy of its absent expanse. Cats taught me their elegies over the fetuses that never formed in their wombs. Death tied me to the school gate asking for its share. I am but one word hopping on its short tongue. I am but a word I can't make out. I will be spoken and be finished. If lamentation was meowing or bleeding, I would become it. I would be a long wail that summons my father or a question that leads me to him. I am but a name that stayed in God's belly, one that he forgot to teach Adam. Let me know of other names so I can say another. Look, Father, language is a lavish bed. Elkanza sleeps on it like a ripe sphere. When I stand at its foot like an abandoned quarter, silence whistles through me, and into my body, on the tips of their toes, come the elegies. And next I want to read a poem by Rachel Levitsky, who's the founder of Belladonna and has been a long model for both poetry and protest, particularly in this moment. This is from the book, The Story of My Accident. The story of my accident is ours. All intentions are good. I didn't miss, still cannot miss, the previous, though I remember it in full sensory detail. Delicate limbs, especially wrist. Our sadness, now unlike before, causes us to feel that we ourselves are the wrong being done to us and cannot think of any other way. We can no longer say what we meant, the complicated wellness of our intent. Thank you.
WCNSF. Try to never mind mothers wailing near rivers. Blemished are seas cradling souls toward paradise. You will see the bodies. You will share your celebrations beside the martyred. You will post on vegan cane sugar as the air ignites from clouds made gray, made mud. Silences make gray even those judged complacent. Vocal cords corded and coated with char can't seem to amplify enough. The gray ash, the dirt, the graying hair, the blood grayed, the pained and numbed choke on this gray. All of youth becomes pebbles, dust, and necrotic wire. An institution fundraises for another curatorial project, cutting edge, following a limb which dangles off some makeshift table, the gray space of a blink that the blink is tied to swiping, north or south. Someone told me today they've yet to cry, that tears feel too little, too late. All is turning gray. You fear what wants to be hollered in the thick of smoke, what the imagination shapes, what the throat holds back, forces down with chunks of watermelon. There exists a memory felt before witnessing. This is not about numbers or historical markers, but how the eyes feel the bodies deep in other occupations. Where are we now? A palace in Haiti or Hawaii? The caves of Okinawa, Vietnam, or these mythical tunnels in Gaza? A good friend has just lost her job. Another is stricken by a stroke. Another with a diagnosis of skin cancer. A colleague spends her honeymoon in hospice. Another relapses. My students are not sleeping. Minding can't be just business. An elder's dementia is swift and strangely blessed. Confined to a nursing facility state-run, I envy his reality to some degree. One would have to be not in their right mind to not have ghosts of dismembered children beside their pillows these days.
All right, thank you so much, Emily, Mia, Carla, Cait, and LaTasha. And thank you, everyone. The next 30-minute segment will be Malvika Jolly from Tomas.